Hi, I'm Sam Robotham, the boiler shop manager here at Rockley Loco Works on the Midhants Railway. My main role as boiler shop manager is it's managing the long-term overhaul projects of Canadian Pacific and Swanage, which are in here at the moment. I've got to manage the staff to keep what we've got in service running and at the same time progress the overhauls forward, so that as locomotives come out of service for major overhauls, we've got locos lined up ready to replace them. So they're very similar boilers. They're both designed by the same man, Oliver Bully. And there are some differences in size and length. As far as we're concerned, the main difference is the amount of work we've got to do on each one. The CP's got significantly more work to be done on it. It's having a whole new inner firebox, whereas Swanage is just having patch repairs done. So we're aiming for them to be finished at around the same time. So CP, the boiler's been in here for about 2.5 years now, and we expect it will be in here for another 18 months to 2 years. So whereas CP needs a lot more work doing, the entire timescale will actually be shorter than it will be for Swanage, just because we've got more people working on it more days of the week. What you've got to consider all the time is will what is there last another 10 years? It might be good at the time you look at it, but you've got to think, will it be okay in 5 years, 6 years, 7 years?
Hello, I'm David. I work in the boiler shop as a volunteer. I also volunteer with shed tours, behind the scenes tours with the Canadian Pacific project. It's good to do something to pay back all the enjoyment I've had on the railway. To be honest, I don't think men ever grow up, and being a child of an older age is great fun. So now I'm contributing in a way to the whole project and the running of the railway. Right now I'm working on part of the boiler of Canadian Pacific. This is a big flange on the top of the boiler, and this flange will join on to something else bolting onto the boiler, and this has to be steam tight at high pressure, and it requires scraping and filing and making so it's perfectly flat. A good challenge. Well, it's important to keep skills going, to keep the railway going. The railway has a lot of volunteers, and if one of us doesn't turn up, it may not make much difference, but we all turn up and we make a big difference to the railway. And we're contributing our different skills that we've got. Some are good at gardening, some are good at cleaning things, some drive, of course, and shovel all the coal in. And I just make a noise in the boiler shop or a noise on the tours. The main other job I do are the shed tours, where we take people around through the whole workshops. Everything that we have here on the open days is accessible, and we can then tell people, and you don't know what questions you're going to get, so it's interesting. And it's good to see the enthusiasm some people have and tell them about the things on the railway that they might not normally know.
You sponsor a stay appeal. It's an appeal the railway has put out to basically pay for all the stays that need to be fitted to Canadian Pacific. So because it's having an entire new inner firebox, that has meant that every single stay has had to be replaced, which totals over 2,000. You saw me demonstrate running the reamer and tap through a stay on Swanage just now. Imagine that process over 2,000 times. Bearing in mind we will tap each hole at least 2, maybe 3 times to get good threads in both plates. Once the stays go in, they've got to be corked to seal them against the steam pressure. And also on the inside, the heads are all knocked over to form a sort of round rivet style head, which again will be quite a long process, so plenty of work for us. The appeal is designed so that you can sponsor as much or as little as you want. You could just sponsor one stay at £25, but the more you sponsor, the more better the rewards are. If you sponsor 8 stays, you get a ride on the first train that CP pulls on the Midhants. If you sponsor 40 stays, you'll do a 20-mile round footplate ride on the loco when it's back in service.